better after getting some antibiotics. And I can pass along this. We got it late this afternoon. They were watching the inauguration on TV.
All right. And this is what greeted Vice President Joe Biden, a rally. He and his wife, Jill, arrived back in Delaware this afternoon. The Bidens rode a train, of course. Very fitting for the Bidens. That's his favorite mode of transportation to get to Delaware. And they took a train from Union Station in D.C. to return to their home state. Well, marchers unhappy about the outcome of the election are, of course, planning to march on Washington tomorrow. And several companion marches are also planned all over the country.
There could be thousands of people here converging for another march out here in D.C. Suzanne Kennedy spoke with two women who are actually planning to take part in tomorrow's protest.
Lucy Eichenauer and her twin sister Martha aren't your average 15-year-olds. They are two high school sophomores who are concerned about human rights and are preparing to speak out.
The idea of the march really resonated with me. I feel like we need the younger generation to be standing up for their rights.
On Saturday, those Maryland teens will take their concerns here to the National Mall, where they will join an estimated 200,000 people participating in the Women's March. An idea that was created the day after Donald Trump was elected here in Hawaii that will come to fruition this weekend here in Washington, D.C.
This will be the first protest in which these young women will participate. And even though they aren't old enough to vote, they think their voices must be heard.
Obviously, we have to accept that Donald Trump is going to be president, but this is more saying that we won't accept kind of the culture that he has created. In 4 years, we'll be the ones voting, we'll be the ones changing things. So it's really important for us to make a difference in a way that's influential.
The girls are members of Chevy Chase Presbyterian Church. Their pastor says she, like the teens, feels called to demonstrate.
It is very heartening to me to see young women of faith saying that these are their values.
And they are values that bond women of two separate generations for one common cause and a large-scale demonstration. In Northwest Washington, Suzanne Kennedy, ABC 7 News.
All right, to give you a sense of size here, organizers of this march tomorrow have gotten a permit for 200,000 people. The location is at the corner of 3rd Street and Independence Avenue tomorrow. So Metro says they will be opening early, 5 a.m., to accommodate all of those thousands of people who are taking part in this. And just in the last 10 minutes, we got some new information about it. We have learned that the Federal Triangle station for Metro will be closed tomorrow, and this is for security reasons for the marchers there. So please be sure to stay with ABC 7 News. We'll have complete coverage for you. We will be ready for whatever happens and to cover the protests tomorrow.
It'll be a busy day tomorrow. It was a busy day today. Two schools. You had on the one side the parade, the inauguration, those supporters. Other side of the security fence, you had a lot of protesters. The epicenter of it seemed to be this afternoon at 13th and K. This is the live picture right now of 13th and K, and you can see still protesters are in that area. The police are strongly in that area. We've only seen the police go ahead and try and push these protesters away or try and make arrests. Once they do something like they have this afternoon, they were throwing bricks, throwing concrete, or trying to set fire to things. That's when the police started to move in, when those kinds of things were happening.
All right. Well, of course, with all that's going on in this city, and it is busy, road closures are a big deal. They are still in effect for all of the inauguration festivities.
We do know that Metro opened up very early to try and help people get around this morning. Transportation reporter Brianne Carter takes a look now at the early numbers so far on how many people were actually using the transit system. And Brianne, there were a lot of folks here.
Make America great again, Donald Trump!
Before the sun was up, riders filed into metro stations eager to get downtown. Many riders who were expecting to find crowded platforms instead filed onto scarcely filled trains.
There's plenty of seats and everything, so.
According to Metro, ridership this year was lower than the past 3 inaugurations. Metro says by 11 this morning, 193,000 trips had been made throughout the Metro system, less than the number who usually use the system for their morning commute.
Please move to the center of the car.
Metro says just 4 years ago, 317,000 people used the trains. That's compared to 513,000 8 years ago and 197,000 back in 2005. Most of the parking lots also had low numbers, with more than 50% of the parking spots still available midday.
We expected it to be a little bit more crowded, but we already saw on TV before leaving that there were huge crowds already down at the Capitol.
Make America great. Got that?
These Old Dominion University students who drove up to Northern Virginia late last night said they knew public transit would be their best option.
It was way easier, so much cheaper too. Yeah, college kids.
One constant throughout the system, police and security. Metro Transit Police partnered with federal agencies and 14 other transit authorities to bring in extra officers for today's event. In Vienna, Brianne Carter, ABC 7 News.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the weather, because it rained a little, but boy, it is really mild as inauguration days go.
These temperatures were fantastic. You know, we've seen in history that people have had like a 7-degree or a 10-degree inauguration, not even close. Bring in our chief meteorologist, Doug Hill. And Doug, this was pretty nice, all things considered.
It sure was. I mean, the rain turned out to be more of an occasional annoyance than anything else. And even though we're looking at Doppler radar here in the Stormwatch 7 Weather Center, very, very light rain. Happy about that. All right, let's talk about temperatures right now. You mentioned how mild it was. Let's give you a look at what the numbers are like on this Friday afternoon, holding in the 40s to about 50 in many places, and that story will continue just a bit longer this evening. In fact, we don't expect a big drop-off in temperatures at all during the evening hours. What we will call for is overnight lows 40 to 45. There will be some areas of patchy drizzle or fog, although no more measurable rain is expected in the area. What's going to come up here as we get through the next couple of days is a break from this. Maybe a little fog or drizzle in the morning, and then skies will be mostly cloudy through the day, maybe a peak of sunshine. We'll hit 55 on Sunday, 54 degrees. Rain will be developing, we think, in the afternoon, and with the rain developing, it will become steadier and heavier late Sunday night and into Monday, and some of that rain indeed heavy with gusty winds into the early portions of Monday as well. So there's the timing. Moving in late in the day, the rain will be heavy at times, gusty winds will develop as the storm comes up, and will finally clear out, not Monday, but on Tuesday. Check out the next 10 days for you here. You can take a big screen look at this one if you want, and show you the numbers are going to turn a bit cooler, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take until the end of next week before some seasonally chilly air arrives. It'll be dry for a long stretch, but not Sunday, Sunday night, and Monday Night. It's going to be rainy as all get out around here. That's it. Let's go back downtown right now to Jonathan and Allison.
Doug, thanks very much for that. Appreciate it. It wasn't too bad at all out there.
Or in here.
Or in here. It was great.
We're pretty lucky.
Climate controlled.
All right, well, let's go ahead and talk now to Richard Reeve. We've been checking in with him throughout the day.
Right.
Stationed there at the National Archives. How's it going there, Rich?
Allison, the parade is still going on. Now, granted, there's 8,000 people taking part, so no wonder, and dozens of floats. You know, the big guessing game all day today was, would Donald Trump get out of that limo and wave to people and say hello? And it didn't turn out to be at this location, but as we saw, another place near his hotel. Probably a good reason why he didn't do it here. Now, we're not privy to those conversations inside the presidential limo, but there were protesters here on one side of Pennsylvania Avenue, Trump supporters on the other, massive security here, so maybe this might not have been the best place, but there were widespread views here at this one spot.
Finally feel like America has a leader that we've been needing for decades, and it happened. Like, it's awestruck. You know, that can't believe it actually happened, and now he's sworn in, and now we can move forward.
You want to follow a leader, and a leader is someone you can believe in. And I don't think I've found much of anything that I can believe in from Donald Trump. I think he's out for number one.
So you saw him there, the president out there waving. So what has become a presidential tradition continues this time around as well. We will have continuing coverage coming up right after this break.
I feel like you have meat hanging.
Stormwatch 7 Weather Bug is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers.
For just $2.99 a month, you can upgrade your safety and style in a Highlander with amazing versatility and the latest technology. And introducing Toyota's Safety Sense, an advanced suite of active safety technology to support driver awareness. All this with a confidence